Let's begin by just sitting quietly with the self, sitting with your spine straight, your shoulders rolled back and down. You can either choose to sit on the ground or on a chair, whatever feels more comfortable to you at this point. And I'd like to take a few moments to just connect with the self and to center whatever comfortable position, seated position that makes sense to you, be it on a chair, be it on the ground. And as you sit, making sure that you're creating a nice, stable lower body base. So if you're on a chair, make sure that your feet are firmly placed on the ground. And if you're seated on the ground, then just making sure that you're sitting on a height, that your chin is slightly forward, forehead, eyes, facial muscles, and jaw completely relaxed. And now for the next few moments, just keeping your eyes really soft. Let's just take a moment to bring our awareness to ourselves, taking a moment to connect to the physical body. Taking a moment to just listen and be aware of any parts of you that need more attention, greater healing, whatever it may be. Just sitting quietly, connecting. And now, gently bringing your awareness to the mind space and taking a moment to notice where your mind is at. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? And just staying with yourself and coming into awareness. Don't remain in a chaotic state of mind, but connect with your breath and take a moment just to observe the mental and emotional dimensions. And now, gently moving your attention to your breathing and take a moment to notice the quality of your breath. First, is it easy to breathe or difficult to breathe when you start to observe the breath? Where does your breath begin? Where does it end? Is your breathing slow? Is it fast? Is it shallow? Is it deep? And now, having come into greater awareness of the self, let's just take a few moments to become a lot more present, aware before we begin the practice, and also to nicely build a breathing rhythm for the practice today. So let's move our breathing practice to a much more slow and conscious breathing practice where you start to feel each inhalation and each exhalation breath. Take a few deep breaths. And now let's move our breathing to the abdominal region And let's start to involve the abdominal muscles. So as you inhale, push your navel out, and as you exhale, draw your navel in. If this seems complicated for you, take your two fingers very, very gently without putting any pressure. Place those two fingers on your navel. And as you inhale, push the navel out, expanding your belly out completely. And as you exhale, drawing the navel deep into the spine and holding right there. Inhale, expand the belly out. Slowly exhale, draw the navel in. Inhale out. Exhale, draw the navel in. Inhale out. Exhale, draw the navel in. And now just staying with your breath, and let's bring this all together. So as you inhale, try to observe the expanding lungs at the same time. Push the belly button out. And as you exhale, not only do you draw the navel in, but start to observe your contracting lungs. Okay, now interlock your palms and raise the palms to the ceiling. Make sure that you are not shortening your neck like this, but you are consciously pushing your shoulder blades downwards towards the ground. Lock your elbows, stay here, breathe. Feel the length of the spine. Nice long inhalations and exhalations. And now the right palm to the ground, bending your right elbow, pressing the left buttock into the ground. If you are on a chair, you can just simply do this. You don't need to put your palm on the ground. And then the opposite side. Don't lift up the opposite buttock, press it into the ground. And now again, the opposite side. And again, the opposite side. Okay, let's come back to center and let's grab our belts and start to open up our shoulders nicely. So you want to make sure that you have a wide stance. If you'd have a narrow stance, then look what happens to me. I don't want to see that happen. So make sure that you are holding your belt wide in front of your chest. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and pause here for a second. Exhale, front. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and pause. Pragni, widen your arm length. Exhale to the front. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. And remember, if you have a shoulder injury, you can even stay here. You don't need to go to behind your shoulder blades. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Now put your belt to the side and let's come into neck rotations, 5 and 5, working slowly Don't push your head back. And when you are done with 5, go the other way. Okay, let's come back to center. And now let's do wrist rotation. So in our restorative class, very important, we start to work all the muscles in the joints, just trying to improve the circulation and the mobility. So 10 rounds on one side, and then when you're done, switching to the other. Okay, when you are done 10 and 10, extend your fingertips downwards, opening up the wrist and also the inner arm. And then turn the palm upwards, opposite direction, and opposite direction. Okay, and now extend your legs forward. I'm also going to use the chair because several of you are sitting on a chair. So we're going to do foot rotations. So sitting on the chair, you can just simply keep your legs like this. You can even hold the side of your chair, rotate 10 times outwards, and then 10 times inwards. Okay, and now let's point and flex, point and flex, point, flex, point, flex. Now let's bring some mobility into the hip joint. So you're going to cradle your leg and gently rock back and forth. You can do this sitting on the ground, or for those of you on the chair, it's as simple to do it on the chair. Okay, and now the opposite side, bringing greater mobility into the hip joint. Okay, once you're done with that, we're going to come to the ground for Asana. And if you have a chair, see, it's very simple. People on the chair are on the ground like this. And if you are on a chair, you can simply do, you're right here. Look up, exhale, chin to chest, rounding your back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding your back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding your back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding your back. Now let's go into modified downward dog. If you have a chair, you're simply going to do this. If it's too far, put a cushion and you can do this for your modified downward dog. Those of you on the ground can simply do this. So once again, if it's hard for you and you're using a chair, you can put a couple of cushions or pillows and you can just take your legs slightly back and we can stay on chair modified downward dog. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. And now I'm going to give you the chair variation and the ground variation. We're going to come into opening our hip joints a little bit more. I'm squeezing my buttocks and pushing forward. My right knee is over my right ankle. If you are using a chair, simple. Make sure your chair is not going to lose balance. Put your foot and come forward like this, squeezing your thigh. Let's hold here either on the ground or on the chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Lunge forward and make sure your right thigh is squeezed. Hold here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. Lunge forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, opposite side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now everybody comes to standing. We're going to do a gentle side stretch. So for those of you who can do Trikonasana, left foot is turned in, right foot is 90. You are squeezing your glutes. If you are using a chair, you can just put your hand like this. I want everyone to keep their hand behind the back so that the left shoulder doesn't collapse. You need to squeeze your buttocks and push the tailbone forward. And if you are using a chair, simply put your palms on the chair. Stay here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. And now, taking my chair to the other side. So if you are in the independent version, you are doing this and you are coming up. And if you are using your chair, you can even put your hand here and we're simply doing this. The idea is not to let the shoulder drop. So rotating the shoulder back, you can either put your hand here or on the bar of the chair and hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, switch sides, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left foot is turned in, right foot is at 90. I'm squeezing my buttocks. Left arm is behind my back. I'm pulling my collarbone back so I can either do this or keep my hand on the base of the chair or even on the top of the chair and just hold here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your legs to come up. And let's switch again. Again, my left foot is at 90. My right foot is turned in. I'm squeezing my glutes, taking my right arm behind the back, stretching to the left, and either staying here or here, and holding the posture for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Now we're going to stand with our feet slightly more than hip distance apart. You can either just take your arms up, and if you feel that you're able to come up on your toes, come up on your toes. Otherwise, you're just going to remain flat-footed and lengthen your spine. So if you're coming up on your foot, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Again, interlock. Either stay here, just opening up the spine, or come up on your toes and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now we're going to come into half uttanasana. So you need a chair or a table. Turn your toes in. If you have a yoga brick, take the yoga brick between your legs like this and squeeze the brick. Okay? So squeezing the brick, turning your toes in, making sure the legs and the glutes are engaged. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your wrists onto the chair. Move your feet back if necessary and come into half uttanasana. Don't stay up here. Gently push your shoulder blades into the armpit. Keep squeezing the brick, keeping the lower body strong. Breathing slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your brick. Inhale, come up and release your arms. One more time. Squeeze your brick. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, elongate the spine. Bring the wrist onto the chair. Take your shoulder blades into the armpit and squeeze the brick and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your brick. Inhale, come up. Release your arms. Take the brick, put it to the side. Let's do some shoulder rotations. Turn your toes in and squeeze your legs. Touch your hands like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go the other way. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So really building that mobility in the shoulder joint. Again, raising your arms up. If you wish, come up on your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. One more time. Inhale, come up on your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, now we're going to do Uttita Parshvakonasana. So if you are using a chair, I don't need you to go deep. You can take a little bit of support. Your left foot is turned in. Make sure your right knee is not protruding like this. So take your foot forward, push your left hip towards the right knee, and you can just simply stay here. Spine is straight as if somebody is pulling you up. So we're starting to build greater mobility in the hip joint. And you can just use the help of your chair and stay here. And if you wish, you can do this. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Vandana, make sure you're not doing this. So if my chest is collapsing, I have lost the posture. So taking your left arm and just stay here. I would rather you do the modified version and the posture correctly rather than erroneous action that's really not giving you much benefit. Opposite side. Okay. Let's hold here. Right foot is turned in, left foot is over the knee. And let's just simply just hold here, breathing for 5. So you're either like this or like this. 4. Monisha, you need to widen your stance. Your hip is too rounded. 3, 2, and 1. For those of you doing this independently, there's no point in you doing this. This hip has got to drop, which means the stance has to widen. Opposite side, guys. Let's hold here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, or we're using the chair and we're staying here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now 2 options. You can either go into standing uttanasana, or you can sit on your chair, legs in front. So I need the mat under my feet, or I feel like my feet are slipping. Keeping my legs, you can do a forward bend like this. We want to bring a little mobility into the lower back. So you're either doing standing uttanasana, inhale, exhale, relax and breathe, or you are sitting on your chair, taking your legs in front of you, inhale, exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up, relax. Moving the lower back. Now again, we do one more uttanasana or seated forward bend. Inhale, exhale, elongate that spine. Either grab your toes or put your hands on your ankles. Breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up, release. Okay, we're going to do a lateral twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. We're either going to do it on the chair or on the ground. So I'm first going to show you the ground version. Then I will demo the chair version. So if you're using a chair, wait for me. I'm sitting on a height. My right knee is bent, my left leg is extended, my lower back is straight. Inhale, exhale. Push your left shoulder blade forward, rotate your right collarbone back and squeeze the abdominal organs, holding for 10 breaths. If you are using a chair, sit on your chair like this. Both your hands go on either side of the chair. Inhale, exhale. My legs are on the left side and I'm looking to the right side. Gonna hold here and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, and if you're on the chair, get up and turn. Inhale, exhale, and hold here. And breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, chair people, move to the other side. The rest of you change your legs. So my legs are on one side, my hands are holding either side of the chair. Even if you don't have a yoga chair, as long as you have space without a arm rest, you're okay. So holding the chair, inhale, I look to my left, rotate my upper torso and breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, opposite side. Highly recommend you getting a chair, a brick, and a belt. Rohan can tell you where on Amazon. Again, pushing. My legs are on the left side. I'm holding the side of the chair. I'm rotating and looking to the right. Feeling a nice twist in my upper torso. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Okay, now we're going to move to the ground to all the lying down postures, but I need you to keep your yoga belt next to you. So I'm putting my chair away. I'm keeping my brick next to me. And we are first going to move into Supta Padankushtasana, which is leg raises. You need to take your yoga belt. And as I have showed you guys, the right way to hold the belt when you are lying down is almost like you are holding the handles of a bag. So when I say to you to put your leg in the belt, your leg is going to be like this and your hands are going to be like this. When I tell you to transfer the belt into one hand, you are transferring the belt into one hand, but you are still holding like this. When I say elbow is in line with the shoulder, elbow shouldn't be here. Elbow should be here. Forearm is upright. Okay, so when we hold the belt like this or like this, we do not stress the shoulder out. So let's begin. Let's everybody lie on the ground. Take your right belt around the right leg. Take the belt into both your hands as if you are holding a bag. Extend the left leg to the ground. Raise your right calf muscle into the heel and draw your toes towards the forehead. Elbows are pointed out left and right. Hold here and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then taking your belt into both sides of the belt into your right hand. Take the right leg to the right side. Right elbow is in line with the right shoulder. Your forearm is upright. Press the left buttock and the thigh into the ground and hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Raise your right leg. Move both sides of the belt into the left hand and now take your right leg to the left side. Your left elbow lines up with your left shoulder. Let's open the IT band, the lower back, and the glutes. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, take your left leg into the belt. Right leg relaxes onto the ground. Belt is in both your hands. Try to lift up your left calf muscle into the heel. Elbows are pointed outwards. Stay here, and if you can't keep your leg straight, keep your leg here, but don't bend your knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take both sides of the belt into the left hand. Press your right buttock into the ground and take your left leg over to the left side. Left elbow lines up with the left shoulder. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your belt into the right hand and take the left leg over to the left side, to the right side, sorry. Let's hold here. Try not to bend your knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now relax both your legs, bend your knees, and place your feet on the ground. Now we're going to strengthen our lower back a little bit. So let's squeeze the buttocks and lift. Not only am I keeping my glutes squeezed, but I'm also squeezing my thighs, my quadriceps. Lift up as high as you can and keep squeezing those muscles so that you'll strengthen the lower back and the glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Once again, inhale, lift, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Breathe. Now extend your left leg onto the ground and let's bring some mobility into our knees. So interlock your hands under your knee. Not above, but under. And holding your leg here, slowly inhale. Extend your leg straight up as much as you can. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, gently release. Place your leg to the ground. Now let's bend the opposite knee and take our hands interlocked under the knee. Inhale, lift. Slowly exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Slowly exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Now place both feet on the ground. Take your hands, your palms under your buttocks and raise your legs up. If you can't get them straight, get them here. Now we're going to rotate our feet outwards 10 times. And now let's rotate our feet inwards 10 times. And bend your knees. Relax here for a few seconds. And now gently turn to your side and come up. And we are going to strengthen our abdominal and digestive region a little bit. Now I need all of you to lift your flesh off the buttocks. We're going to do this really simple. So those of you who want an advanced version, we know Naukasana, right? The gentler version is where you place your fingers on the ground. I don't want you to lean. Take a little bit of support. Cross your ankles and hold here. Okay? But now when you do that, I want you to pull your stomach in. Try not to push your belly out. So it doesn't matter whether you have injuries, don't have injuries, age, whatever. It's very easy to do this. I'm taking support. I'm not here. I'm here. I'm sitting upright. I'm then interlocking my ankles. Okay, I'm taking support and I'm holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm hugging my knees in. One more time. Hold, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. One more time. Hold, breathe. Draw your navel in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. Okay, now that we've completely worked the entire body, let's now move to some restorative poses, starting with Supta Baddha. So you can use, if you don't have a bolster, you can simply place your brick flat on the ground. You're going to take your belt around your tailbone. You're going to put your feet together and your belt has to go like this, not like this, like this. So I'm going to tighten my belt around my feet. I'm going to pull my heels as close to my groin as possible. But guess what? You can't let your belt rise onto your waist. You must keep it at your uh, tailbone. And then bringing your brick as close to the tailbone, you can lie back and you can also take a cushion under your head. So your brick is opening up the upper torso, giving you plenty of breathing room. And of course, if you have a bolster, then you are simply going to take the bolster. It's always preferable to use the bolster. So I'm going to take my bolster. I'm going to make a nice pillow for my head with my blanket. I always make sure that my belt stays here and not high up on my waist, touching my lower back to my bolster. I'm going to lie back, adjust my blanket under my head, and move into my restorative posture. Okay, now as everybody starts to settle down, remember this is the forward bending week where we are really working on going deeper into ourselves and starting to observe all the reactions of the mind, your emotions, etc., to external circumstances. So we all now very clearly know that the physical world is in constant flux, it's volatile, it's impermanent, and it's uncertain. And really, what we have tried to do all this week is to observe all our reactions to changing external stimuli, whether it's people, events, or situations. And rather than trying to change the outside world, rather than trying to change people and events, we start to understand in this practice that the greatest gift we can give ourselves is to learn how to become more responsive human beings and to learn how to live our lives with a lot more responsive behavior rather than reactive behavior. So the more you come back to your breath, feeling your breath, the more you start to build your relationship with the breath, because the breath has the capacity to keep you centered and present, the more you will develop your ability not to get reactive to the outside world. Ratan, you can always lie flat on your back and take your legs up onto your bed if you don't want to do this. So take your legs up on a height, whether it's your bed or a chair. Keep your back flat, let the legs go up. And now, as you stay with the breath, distractions are going to come up. The mind is going to start to get active. Whatever it may be, intentionally cut your thinking, come back to the breath, stay with the breath, and breathe. Long and slow inhalations and exhalations. Okay, now I want you to gently lift up your legs and take off the belt. We're going to do Viprit Karni as well. So when you take off the belt, just lay there for a moment. And then, Pragni, if you could demo this, I need you to take your legs up against a wall or a cupboard and keep your back flat on the ground. So we're going to do two restorative postures. Viprit Karni is amazing to remove exhaustion from the body. It's also great to heal injuries, and it also prevents varicose veins. So if you can see Pragni, her legs are up against her cupboard, her hands are to the side, and try to get your buttocks touching the wall if you can. And now, as we lay in the restorative posture, this is not an opportunity for you to start thinking, but it's really an opportunity for you to move into a deep state of relaxation, working with your breath, letting go of your stresses, your anxieties, your thoughts, your emotions, and coming to a very centered and balanced place within. The more you work on yourself, the easier it gets to become less reactive in the outside world. It also enables you to hold this rootedness throughout your day, irrespective of changing circumstances. So at the end of the day, we're all responsible for our own inner well being. We are not responsible for the outside world and how it behaves. So you have to set an example for yourself, working on this feeling of rootedness and centeredness throughout your day. So enjoying the next few minutes of a very deep restorative posture. Stay with your breath. Okay, now very slowly start to bend your knees into your chest and just stay there for a few moments. Just hug those knees, pulling those thighs onto the abdominal region. And now gently turn to the side in a fetal position and stay there for at least 10 or 15 seconds. And then when you feel ready, please come up to a seated position to face me. So whether you're sitting on a chair or on the ground, that's completely up to you. We're going to draw our chin slightly forward to take the weight off the neck. Spine is straight, lower body is comfortable, eyes are closed and soft. And now we're going to move into a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana followed by Bhramari. If you feel that you do not have a strong respiratory system, you don't need to breathe very deeply. Nadi Shodhana helps clean up our nadis, our energy pathways, and it also helps balance the body, the right and the left side. Middle and index finger between the eyebrows. Your right thumb is blocking the right elbow, and rather than dropping your arm in front of the chest, lift the elbow to the side. Your left hand is in Chin Mudra. Closing your eyes softly, let's begin breathing through the left nostril, following the pace of my count. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Shut both your nostrils and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Shut and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Shut and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Shut both nostrils and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Shut and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Shut and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Take your left palm under the right palm. Relax your arms. Just stay with your breath for a few moments, breathing normally. And the next pranayama is Bhramari. If you know it, follow my instructions. If you don't know it, open your eyes. Your two big thumbs go inside your ear. The other four fingers are very lightly placed on the eyeballs as you shut your eyes. We're going to do 5 rounds. I'm going to demo the first one. Inhale, big inhalation. Exhale and hum like a bee. When you're done, eyes remain closed, left palm under the right palm, and we're going to sit quietly with the breath, feeling your inhalations and exhalations. Each inhalation breath allows you to go deeper within yourself, and each exhalation breath is an invitation to release your thoughts, your emotions, your distractions, and whatever else it is that you are holding on to. Stay with your breath. And now, very slowly, let's bring our palms in front of the chest, taking a moment of gratitude for our practice and anything else that you wish. And now, together, the Shanti mantra. Om Asto Ma Sadgamaya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Draw your palms to your knees with your eyes closed. Take a deep inhalation. On the exhalation, draw your chin to the chest, surrendering your practice and your ego, breathing into the back of your neck, keeping your eyes closed. With your eyes closed, slowly inhale, raise your head up. Take another very long and slow exhalation to empty out the remaining contents of your mind. Come back to your breath and just stay there for another few moments. And now, very slowly and gently, open your eyes. Thank you all.